Hello, people. I've just been listening to a geezer called Robin Sharma talking about his work and um, how he views people. He says that we're all like Michelangelo inside or Leonardo da Vinci, and that somehow we've got so lost in our lives that we live this life of non event for most of it. Or to put it as he said, we die at 20 and get buried at 90. And very few people discover what to do with the in between part of their lives, between 20 and 90. Now, I have heard that before, it's quite cute, um, as well as being a fairly accurate summary of what's going on with a lot of people. Doing the same humdum work every day, going in, seeing the same people, sitting at the same desk, really just making it through to the end of each week so that they can pick up a pay packet, pay the mortgage, pay the bills, go back to their wives who they've learnt how to mug along with a little bit. It's sort of a matter of convenience because upending everything is probably far worse for them than staying in something that is probably drifting off into, just easy come, easy go without very much of a spark. Bringing up a couple of kids, who, of course, is another reason why the couple stay together. And one's got to question this whole way of being. Why don't you manage to keep on to the love you might have had when you were first with this person? Why don't you feel the same inspiration that you had when you were a child or even growing up? Why can't you just see life in the raw and actually enjoy it? Go and see the sights properly. Because I remember when I was young, I was 19, I went around a tour of the United States, and I remember standing at the top of the Grand Canyon thinking, wow. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. Quite literally, it was just staggering. I felt deep in awe. Now, obviously, not everything's going to feel like the Grand Canyon. It's not going to create the same feeling as it did in the 19-year-old me. But surely to God, not every day has to feel like a grey November drizzle day either. One can at least bring something of the Grand Canyon into one's life. A, by knowing what you want to do. B, by just almost disciplining yourself into doing it. And C, just remembering the fact that although things are sometimes serious, you're only on this planet for a short time, and you actually ought to think of having a better time, and not just going and doing the same routine things that you do every day. Now, I realise that for most people it's very hard to get out of the humdrum of being at the office or being in the factory and trying to make something out of doing the same repetitive, boring tasks day after day after day. But there are ways of improving it. And partly you can do that with spiritual practices like meditating. You can improve your overall performance by having a fit body, and I'm not questioning any of that. And you can get away from things like the boring day job, sort of taking a route like this, which is sort of working for yourself and trying to get people to buy stuff. But this isn't all easy either. You certainly get variety in this, even though, sometimes it feels like it's a repetitive task. Like I write a bit, I video a bit, I do a certain amount of technical work. I research a certain amount. I get myself educated a lot. Listen to an awful lot of webinars and watch so many videos. And it's not easy work by any means, but it does mean I'm out of the way of a dull 9 to 5 job and dying at 20 and getting buried at 90. But there's also more, and it's sort of actually having a contact with that more artistic self, Because I've done stuff like paint, I've written, I've played guitar, and those things sort of touch the soul more than anything else, being in tune with the artistic side of you. And I think it's very important to actually keep a hold of a more rounded life, because doing this marketing thing is fine, but also being in touch with your inner artist, your inner creator, that is really a key to it, I think. Anyway, I hope this gives a certain amount of insight, and I hope you find something in yourself that gives your life greater meaning. Thank you.